Cool. Cool. What else, guys? Anything else? Any a practical life situation or anything like this that you have actually seen happening in your life, in other people's life? Any experience to share?
One situation might be a bit funny, but you know how to. You might find someone attractive again, not from a male and man and woman kind of relationship perspective, but in general, there are people who are impressive, who are good in terms of how they talk, how they walk. But you you are not really able to connect with them. You're not able to be around them. So how to handle that kind of situation? I'm not asking how to be in their circle, but then how to handle that you are yet to be there. You have things to learn, or maybe you're good yourself in your own thing, but then you want to be connected with them, talk to them more often and things like, but that is not happening. So how to handle that?
Mm, okay. So you're saying that you are comfortable in your space, but there is somebody whom you find impressive, and
Yeah.
but you're not able to connect to them.
Yes. I don't want to get disappointed as well, but just that I don't know. Maybe I'm not able to explain, but there's a female colleague of mine. Um, she does talk to me when she sees me, but I would like to talk more with her. She has a lot of good things in terms of learning perspective. Um, Usually when senior leaders have, um, and then I feel bad. Yeah, I would say that I'm not able to spend time because she's
Okay.
busy.
Okay. So is it more like you feel more intimidated with her?
No, I don't feel intimidated. I feel attracted by her intelligence.
Right. Right. Okay. So I mean, the whole point of you becoming attractive is that you're also able to let things, allow and take place. If they're supposed to happen, they will happen. If they're not supposed to happen, then you're still not needy and clingy of all of these things, because there will be plenty of people from whom you can, learn all of these things, right? So we don't have to be stuck with certain people. We are able to be fluid in ourselves as well, that you admire, that you get inspired, good. But relationships are a two-way street, right? So um, it's not possible for us that even if we want to have, relationships with somebody, and if they are in their own space, in their own time, so let them be. You you become comfortable with, this thing, that she is in her space, you are in your space, and that is also fine.
Right, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think that's good for now.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Smita. Great. Yes, Sajal.
So, Anamika, in my life, I that different
Sajal, I cannot
levels of
hear
potential.
you.
Okay, okay, okay. Am I audible now?
Your voice was breaking.
Can you
Okay, okay.
try
Okay.
speaking now?
Uh, I think I can return it. That might help.
Okay, still breaking.
Oh, oh.
You can drop off and join back. Let's see if that works. Yes. What else, guys? Anything you guys would like to share? Ashwini, Lalli, we have had like long discussions on these things. Vanshika is also here. Yes,
I
Shashank.
won't. Um,
Yeah, go ahead.
Palak, I'll come back to you after Shashank. He raised his
sure,
hand.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Namika, we discussed all these things, like, okay, but what we see in, like, in our offices or at homes, or like, people of the opposite category are increasing in number.
Okay.
So what are the conditions? Like, okay, we want, like, we should have integrity. We Everybody talks about that, but if we see, go to our office, go to the at home also, at like if you see the core things, people change their colors in a minute. And I have,
Hmm.
like, if I see, connect the dots, I've seen this thing from last 10-15 years continuously, in
Right.
office, at home. So what are the, like, the key things, what makes them insecurity or there, or why people are increasing in this number? Like, initially we used to have lesser numbers, now the number is almost every next person is becoming like this. What drives that?
Mhm. What drives, these masks you're asking?
Yes,
These,
yes, yeah.
hmm. They have always been there. It's just that we, the more self-aware we become, we are able to gauge these things. We are able to see these things. We have always, as humans, this is our survival mechanism to mask everything,
Hmm.
right? So that has always been there. Plus, the whole thing is that, do you find any of these people attractive?
That is highly impossible, yes.
Yeah.
Can I ask?
Mhm.
Yeah, I just want to say. So, yeah. So, um, you're asking that why people are like this. So, why people are like this is because um, such people are greedy. They do not have core values that they stick to. So,
Mhm.
the priorities in their life is different to priorities in your life,
Mhm.
and and they will do anything and everything that they think of in order to achieve what they want to achieve. So
Mhm.
such people operate from very uh, a low value system and mostly driven by greed, which they may term as ambition, but ambition is a more healthier side of things.
Yes.
Um, but when someone becomes manipulative or, or adopt these kind of attitude to achieve what
Mhm.
they want to achieve in the name of ambition, then they
Mhm.
are just driven by greed. So
Right.
you see more and more people this way is because the society is putting a lot of pressure on people these days to become someone, to achieve more, to have a better lifestyle or whatever it is. So they make
Right.
certain goals. They want to have bigger house, bigger cars, more money and all that. So they are driven by the need to achieve all that because this is what they see that everybody else is achieving, or they come from a family where there was lack,
Mhm.
um, and now they have the opportunity where they can do that, so they
Mhm.
will do that.
Okay, I got it. Thanks.
It's
Um,
at the end of the day, what we have to uh, understand is it's not about whether they are right or we are right. It's not so much. If that is working for them, see, in the end, you have to go to bed and you have to sleep. If you can
Right.
sleep nicely by doing all that, then no
Mhm.
problem. If they can have a good sleep by doing all that,
Mhm.
then good, then that's fine. Um, but you don't have to go by those standards if you can't have a better sleep. You have to see that what is it that gives you a better sleep. But if you have picked certain values for yourself, certain way,
Mhm.
certain principles for yourself, and because of those values and because of those principles, you are not able to achieve this, and that is giving you um, that is making you depressed about where you have got in life, then perhaps it is time to relook that maybe what you call value is not really the value. Maybe then you value something else.
Okay. So, Karma, like then I will put my question in this way. Like, okay, I am going through a certain phase of my life which is very tough, but I am associated with the people who change their colors, who change their things, and they are very happy. Is there something wrong in
Yeah.
my value system, or like if I tell you
No,
like
not, no.
mm,
What I'm saying
mm,
is that you are judging them by your rules. So you are judging their game by your rules. Why are you judging their game by your rules? You judge
mhm,
your game by your rules. Na? So if you have made a rule that I am not going to change my colors, I am going to
mm,
be this person only, and if you are happy, then good.
mhm,
But if you're
mhm,
not happy,
mhm.
if you're not happy with that rule, then maybe you have picked the wrong rule for yourself.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm. So then it is time for you to relook into your values. So maybe you thought that you value this,
Mhm,
but then maybe you don't value that. Maybe you value something else. You value what they are getting, and what you want is कि मुझे रिजल्ट तो वो मिल जाए लेकिन मैं
mm.
खेलना ऐसे चाहता हूँ.
Okay. Mhm,
हाँ. So then you have to also learn the game. So you are expecting a result which
mm,
ये तो ऐसे हो गया ना कि जैसे मतलब you want to apply the rules of basketball but then you want to win cricket.
mm. Right.
तो जो गेम है फिर वो गेम उसको उन रूल से ही खेलो ना फिर.
Okay. Mhm. I got it.
तो
So
आपको
like
क्रिकेट में तो मैन ऑफ द मैच चाहिए पर
mm,
आपको रूल्स बास्केटबॉल के लगाने हैं उसमें.
okay. Mhm.
तो वो
Right.
तो नहीं चलेगा ना फिर. तो
Right.
यू हैव टू देन रीलुक कि कहीं पे मैं गलत गेम में गलत रूल्स के साथ तो नहीं खेल रहा हूँ कहीं.
Mhm. Right. Okay.
Hmm.
Thanks.
I just have a follow-up
No problem.
question for Shashank. This is Rupali. So when you're saying
Yes.
कि वो लोग अपने रंग बदल रहे हैं or whatever, so what
Mhm.
exactly are you trying to say? What is it? I mean, I don't want to get into personal details, but just like what quality exactly are you talking about?
I mean, like I was talking to someone like related to my in-laws' place, and there was an issue going on, and they were accepting this. Okay, yes, there is an issue, and we have to fix it. And very next day, saying we never spoke about this. You are lying. And there was a time when they were like I was becoming a victim. They wanted like money or they want some help in the like other things, and there was like everything. And at end of the day, like, oh no, we never spoke about this. I don't know when we spoke about this. And this is one part. Second part is in my office. I was talking to, there was a vice president giving us our project was getting closed. 2 weeks back, he told us, no, everything is fine. It's all funded. You don't guys have to worry. And 2 weeks before, he has informed the software guys, oh, this project is closing. And to us, he's saying, guys, don't worry. And after 2 weeks, okay, this project is closed. So I don't understand what, because I am I'm very straightforward. I don't care. So I don't judge the victory, short-term victory. I like, okay, I will look for success. So for me, victory and success are the two different things. But I don't understand, is this the way then like to handle, this is the right way of handling the situation, or my way of which is like what I feel like, okay, come talk in black and white is the right way of handling the things.
Okay, understood.
Talking
So
talking in black and white is the right way of handling things for you, but it may not be what the leader might think that everybody can handle. So you have kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when the kids were young, you would have probably hidden many things from them in order to protect them.
Right.
तो like when they grow up and they then say कि आप तो रंग बदल रहे हो, आपने तो ये बताया नहीं and all that. But then there are a lot of things. See, we have to be clear between someone manipulating or hiding. So इसके ऊपर हमारी पहले बात हुई थी, and it
Yeah.
is important for us to differentiate that when someone is hiding things from you in order to protect you, then
Mhm.
they have a best interest because they probably think that you won't be able to handle. Maybe ये सब सुन के कुछ लोगों को टेंशन आ जाता है कि मेरा जॉब बचेगा नहीं बचेगा, क्या होगा क्या नहीं होगा. So lot of people are not able to handle transparency and black and white stuff. So the leaders have to make tough choices sometimes. But if someone is hiding information because they have some personal gain from that, that is manipulation.
Mhm.
If that you have to understand about people, what was the intention? Was their intention to protect, or was their intention to gain from it? उनका कुछ पर्सनल गेन था क्या ये हाइड करके? उनको कुछ पर्सनली मिला क्या? उनको कुछ पर्सनल अचीव हुआ? Then you can probably conclude that this person is a manipulator. We can't really trust this person क्योंकि they are using and abusing information to do a personal gain. But if that is not happening, then we all do that. We all with our wives, with our husbands, with our kids, we all go by need to know basis kind of a thing. Because
Mhm.
sometimes we know कि this thing could hurt the other person, this thing could actually to protect them.
Mhm. Yeah, that could be the
So
reason. But after, like, okay, that person agreed, okay, everything is fine. But after 2 weeks, he told us that, okay, you guys have to look for jobs and all those things. Then we will try to fix you. But after 2 weeks, he's putting us in that situation. And there was a situation almost 5-6 years back. The guy at 11 o'clock told us one thing, and exactly opposite happened. What we were asking, is it that thing going on? He's saying, no, it is not that way. But 4 o'clock, it was all over in the Google that Samsung behaved this way, so we are closing down this unit. 11 o'clock, he was saying no,
correct.
and he was coming from
So
Korea,
then
and we were asking.
this is manipulation. This is manipulation because the person is hiding information from you because they don't want to jeopardize the operation. So उनको ऐसा लगेगा कि ये declare कर दिया तो अभी सब लोग छोड़ छोड़ के भागने लगेंगे and all that. So this is manipulation because they don't have your best interest in mind. क्योंकि ultimately तो उन्होंने बता दिया ना आपको कि जाओ अपना
Right.
अपना देख लो.
Right.
So that gave them time to maybe prepare themselves.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
then that's manipulation. So then people do these kind of, as I said, people do these kind of manipulations because of greed. उसको अपना job बचाना है, उसको अपना कुछ
Exactly.
करना है,
That's
तो
what is the.
that's so. हाँ, तो
But it
that's
is very
manipulation
frequent these
because
days. These things, this behavior
हाँ,
is very frequent in the families, in the like
बिल्कुल,
offices, and very common.
बिल्कुल है. It is there. Yeah, true. True. We just have to. We can't avoid these. This is there. We know this is there. We just have to learn to pick these things. So pick these red flags.
Yes.
Just have to
Yes.
become good at these things. That's all what we can do.
Right.
Because the more people will become good at picking these things, these people will become even more sharper in hiding.
Yes.
तो ये गेम कैट एंड माउस वाला तो चलता ही रहेगा.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
that's how
Okay.
things are.
I have one question also. Like we are talking on the topic of attraction. Uh, Sometimes, like if we are choosing a partner, or suppose there are some group of friends, it happens that we attract to someone who has certain body traits, like I mean, someone has beautiful eyes or masculine figure and something like that, and we do not attract to someone who is like not so called so beautiful or handsome in some kind of society things. So is it like the belief system which we have in our minds, or is it like something kind of
related to our attachment style or something. How do we overcome that, and how do we see the person beyond their beauty looks and everything else? And when we are going to choose our partner, like kind of knowingly or unknowingly, these things matters to us. And how do we can overcome that? Why this certain kind of attraction happens?
No,
Why
but
this feeling?
question, but my question is, if these things matter to you, then why do you need to overcome them? What is wrong in that? What is wrong in the fact that you feel attracted to?
Maybe because sometimes I think that by attracting to these things, maybe I overlook certain other red flags, like which has happened to me before. So that's why I think possibility or could not be. But uh, I mean,
तो उस पे
I
ध्यान दो ना.
think that I
तो
have
ये
seen the people's behavior change towards certain people on the way how they look. So, which sometimes so
नहीं, but
disgusting.
वो we are not talking. We can't talk about people. We can only talk about you. क्योंकि I don't know. You need to defend themselves. So we can only talk about you. So is this a problem that you face personally?
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
Okay. So what is the
Yes.
problem? That you want your partner to be good looking, but because someone is good looking, you start to avoid red flags. Is that what you're saying?
I think I am kind of like there is very much things going on in my family, especially from my mother's side, that people should good look good and they should have to be in a certain way. And for that, I have like kind of bear lot of body shaming and all since my childhood because it's I do not carry, and so these things are certainly like me feel bad. And also when I go to find a partner,
नहीं नहीं,
I
एक मिनट पलक एक मिनट. क्वेश्चन ही मेरे को क्लियर नहीं हो रहा है. The quality that the person should be good looking, is this your thing? You prefer this या किसी ने तुमको बताया कि ऐसा होना चाहिए?
so that is I'm saying to you that I don't know where it is coming from. I have this thing in since my childhood, and now I also feel the same that there should be some traits
कहीं
which I have defined
कहीं
in my
से भी आया.
system. Yeah.
ठीक
So
है, वो
I
छोड़ो.
also
कहाँ
feel
से
the
आया है वो
same now.
छोड़ो.
I also feel the same now.
ओके.
Problem
तो
is
फिर
this.
प्रॉब्लम क्या है? इफ यू फील, वो छोड़ो कहाँ से आया है, दैट डजंट मैटर कि कहाँ से आया है. नाउ यू फील दिस वे ना, नाउ दिस इज योर प्रेफरेंस.
The problem is that I don't, I'm not able to find, if someone is quite that good looking, I found attractive too, maybe they are not reciprocating the same towards me, or maybe they do not have other things like kind of emotional things or other quality things which I want in them. They do not possess that. And the person who are possessing them are not, I'm not kind of getting attraction to them.
ओके ओके. सो अभी भी मुझे, I'm not sure what you're asking. So is this more about
I'm
ki, which should
I'm
be,
just saying,
what thing should be higher priority and what should be lower priority? Is something like that
yeah,
you're asking?
kind of like,
So
how should we?
is good looking a mandatory quality or is it an optional quality?
Um, it could be optional as well, but usme bhi like I need to have like I need to have good height, and on that I don't want to compromise. So it's just an
So फिर it's
example.
not optional.
It's, some of these traits are not optional, and some of them are optional.
Huh. So then evaluate on that. So whatever is not optional, whatever is mandatory. So then you are saying कि this is what I want, and then that's what it is. So इसमें गलत या सही तो कुछ नहीं है. It is what you prefer. अभी मतलब I don't see कि what is there to overcome. It is what you want. It is what you want. As long as it is what you want. As long as it's not somebody else is telling you you should want this. So
Okay.
if and even if somebody is telling you you should want this, even if somebody is
Hmm.
telling you, as long
Hmm.
as you have made it your own.
Hmm.
सो कौन बता रहा है मैटर नहीं करता है, बता दिया हो कोई तो कभी हमें आज तक हमने
Hmm.
जितना कुछ भी सीखा है कहीं ना कहीं से तो सीखा ही है ना.
Hmm. Hmm.
तो तो लेट्स से कि फॉर एग्जांपल माय मम यूज्ड टू बी लाइक क्लीन फ्रीक. शी वाज वेरी ऑलवेज लाइक क्लीनिंग एंड शी वांटेड द हाउस वेरी
Hmm.
स्पॉटलेस एंड ऑल दैट.
Hmm.
तो
Hmm.
मैंने लाइक आई हैव ग्रोन अप इन दैट एनवायरनमेंट बट आई आल्सो लाइक क्लेanliness. तो अब आई एम डूइंग इट बिकॉज आई लाइक इट ना. हाँ ठीक है, मैंने वहां से सीखा, वहां से देखा, वो सब किया, लेकिन आई एम नॉट सेइंग ना कि मैं सफाई तो कर रहा हूँ लेकिन मुझे सफाई करते करते तकलीफ हो रही है क्योंकि मुझे ऐसे लग रहा है कि कोई कंपल्शन है, जैसे मैं मतलब मेरे से कोई करवा रहा है. मेरे से कोई करवा तो नहीं रहा है ना. इट्स नाउ दैट
Hmm.
हैबिट आई हैव पिक्ड. सो आई एम
Hmm.
हैप्पी विद दैट. अब वो कहीं से तो आया ही है बट आई हैव मेड इट माइन. So
Hmm.
as long as whatever qualities you are shortlisting, you are making it your own. So what is there to overcome? You are very clear कि ये चाहिए तो ये चाहिए. अब क्वेश्चन ये आ जा रहा है व्हाट यू आर टेलिंग मी कि मेरी लिस्ट इतनी ज्यादा लंबी है या इतना वो जैसे हम बिजनेस में बोलते हैं ना टारगेट ऑडियंस. तो टारगेट ऑडियंस जितना ज्यादा हम नैरो करते जाते हैं उतना ज्यादा पूल तो कम ही होता जाता है ना फिर.
Hmm. True.
तो फिर वो तो चॉइस तुम ही बना रही हो ना. तो उस तो फिर यू हैव
Hmm.
टू टेक ओनरशिप कि अगर इतनी इतनी नैरो डाउन लिस्ट, इतनी लंबी लिस्ट है तो उसमें पूल तो कम ही हो जाएगा ना. तो फिर दैट इज द
Hmm.
रियलिटी फॉर यू.
Hmm.
अब अगर उस चीज से प्रॉब्लम हो रही है तो फिर अपनी लिस्ट को रिव्यू करना पड़ेगा तुमको.
Hmm.
देन यू हैव टू सी कि व्हाट ऑल थिंग्स आई कैन मेक ऑप्शनल व्हिच आई हैव बीन ट्रीटिंग एज मैंडेटरी सो फार. और अगर पूरी लिस्ट रिव्यू करने के बाद फिर भी ये आता है कि नहीं कुछ भी नहीं ऑप्शनल हो सकता, सब कुछ मैंडेटरी है, तो फिर वो तो रियलिटी है ना. तो फिर प्रॉब्लम क्या है? मतलब आई एम स्टिल ट्राइंग टू फिगर आउट कि प्रॉब्लम क्या है. अगर लिस्ट इतनी लंबी है तो वो चेकलिस्ट से तो कुछ ही लोग पास थ्रू हो पाएंगे ना फिर.
I think list लंबी नहीं है. I mean, list is not that long enough, but I'm just okay. I think I got what I want to say. Like, मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि it is coming from my mom's side and it is not my mentality, but it is मेरे को ऐसा लगता है कि अगर मैं किसी को भी पसंद करती हूँ जो उस फैक्टर पे अप टू मार्क नहीं होता, और तो वो मेरी मम्मी अगर उनको पसंद नहीं आएगा तो वो मैं उसकी वजह से आगे प्रोसीड नहीं कर पा रही हूँ, एंड इट इज एक्टिंग सबकॉन्शियसली, जो कि मैं कैसे बताऊँ, खुद से
नहीं,
ही
मैं
आगे.
समझ गया. तुम मैं समझ गया, लेकिन एक बात समझो. व्हेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट बीइंग अट्रैक्टिव एंड ऑल दैट, सो one of the things which I would like to tell everybody, one of the things is that a woman feels attractive to a man and a man feels attractive to a woman. ये बात समझ लो जो मैं बोल रहा हूँ. A woman will not feel attractive to a boy and a man will not feel attractive to a girl. तो आप बड़े तो हो गए हो, एज हो गई है, बट अंदर से अभी भी बॉय और गर्ल की तरह ही बिहेव कर रहे हो. दैट्स नॉट एन अट्रैक्टिव क्वालिटी. सो पेरेंट्स एंड ऑल दैट इज फाइन. एक टाइम तक पेरेंट्स ये बोल रहे हैं वो बोल रहे हैं, सो इट्स ऑल ठीक है. एवरीथिंग इज दे आर ऑल रिस्पेक्टेड एंड एवरीथिंग. बट एक टाइम आता है जहां पे वी हैव टू स्टेप अप एज अ मैन एंड अ वुमन एंड वी हैव टू थिंक कि हमारे लिए क्या ठीक है. सो अंटिल यू आर एबल टू स्टेप अप, अंटिल यू स्टे लाइक अ गर्ल, तो ये प्रॉब्लम बनी रहेगी.
Got it. I think
Tomorrow
I
you
have
will
to work
become a
on
mother.
my, yeah.
Tomorrow you will become a mother and you will still be a girl who just became a mother. So a man who's mad, so body से तो आप बड़े हो गए हो and you somebody will think you are a grown up, but अंदर से तो अभी भी बच्चे ही हैं जिनको पेरेंट्स की एक बात से इतना फर्क पड़ रहा है कि मैंने ये चूज किया तो ऐसा होगा वैसा होगा. तो you have not grown up into a woman yet.
Got it.
Right?
Got it.
And
I have.
man and no grown up man will feel attracted to a girl. and no grown-up woman will feel attracted to a boy.
Got it. So I have to work on this pattern, which I'm carrying like subconsciously, which is like bothering me since long. Okay,
हाँ,
thank you for that.
वैल्यूज खुद की होनी चाहिए, वैल्यूज खुद की होनी चाहिए, ओनरशिप खुद की होनी चाहिए. ठीक है, इफ योर मदर इज सेइंग इट, इट्स फाइन, एज लॉन्ग एज यू से कि हाँ मेरी मदर ने ये बात बोली है लेकिन मेरे लिए भी ये इम्पोर्टेंट है, तो फिर उनके कंधे पे रख के बंदूक मत चलाओ.
Okay.
राइट, अपने कंधे पे रख के बंदूक चलाओ कि ये मेरे लिए, और नहीं है इम्पोर्टेंट तो फिर उनको भी समझाओ कि नहीं है मेरे लिए, मेरे को लाइफ जीनी है, आई एम द वन हु इज गोइंग टू लिव, मेरे लिए ये बंदा ठीक है, आपके लिए ठीक है नहीं है, it matters, doesn't matter. You have to be a grown up person to talk like an adult with your parents.
Got it.
But Akarma, sorry, I have a point here. Sometimes our belief system sets our default to that limit. I give you an example. Like one of my friend, he's a Tamilian, I'm a Paka North Indian. So we went to buy a cycles. So there were two colors, black and white. So black was not available, and that guy wanted white, and I wanted black. So immediately, like that was something is from the built-in that we wanted. Then that friend of mine, he gave me, he's saying, why you North Indians always have the like, okay, you want a black car and a white wife. So this is so true with our belief system, which has put inside in our like we cannot get away with that. Cycle was same, black and white, just a color difference, but I couldn't feel it buying the white bicycle. So where it comes like that, how to overcome that belief system?
But again, what is there to overcome? Question ये, just because उसने आपको ये बोल दिया तो आपको उससे तकलीफ हो गई. प्रॉब्लम क्या है? आपको ब्लैक पसंद है या व्हाइट आपको पसंद आया तो ठीक है ना, यू कैन जस्ट एक्नॉलेज इट एंड से या वेरी गुड ऑब्जर्वेशन. प्रॉब्लम क्या है?
बट प्रॉब्लम कुछ नहीं है, बट इट वाज नॉट अवेलेबल. आई कुड हैव गॉन फॉर द व्हाइट वन, बट आई कुडंट फील इट. लाइक एवरीथिंग इज सेम, जस्ट द कलर डिफरेंस,
लेकिन
बट आई कुडंट एंजॉय
वो ठीक है, वो आपको अगर आपको वो पसंद नहीं आती तो आप वेट भी करते हैं, ऐसी बात नहीं है.
राइट,
आपको पसंद तो आई ही होगी तभी तो आपने खरीदी ना.
हाँ, मतलब मेरे को ब्लैक, आई हैव टू बाय ब्लैक, सो आई वेटेड फॉर दैट, but I couldn't buy just the white color because it was available. So that default comes from somewhere the belief system is set. Like even I have that hunch, okay, I will go with the black car.
हो सकता है. हाँ तो होगा. हम बचपन से कुछ सर्टन चीजें अब हम खाते हम सर्टन टाइप का खाना खाते आ रहे हैं. अब आप अब हम लेट्स से कि you like I like to eat chicken cooked in a certain way. बचपन से खा रहे एक सर्टन तरीके से अच्छा लग. अब I go to America and they say कि you all Indians all eat chicken like this. तो हाँ, तो मतलब it's a good observation. What can I say about it? Yeah, वो तो है ही. मतलब this is what I like. तो हाँ, बॉदर तो तब होगा अगर मेरे को उसके कमेंट में कुछ अपनी कुछ ऐसे लग रहा है कि मुझे उनको कुछ प्रूव करना है कि नहीं ये नहीं है वो.
No, I am saying
prove नहीं करना है.
I have seen this commonality in the North Indians and the white picking in the South Indian. It's a commonality. So that is, I am saying our belief system is maybe driving us to pick those things. So how to overcome those things?
हो सकता है. See, नॉर्थ इंडिया में नॉर्दर्न एरियाज में ठंड ज्यादा रहती है, एंड यूजुअली पीपल आर अट्रैक्टेड टुवर्ड्स डार्कर कलर्स बिकॉज स्किन इज फेयर एंड ऑल दैट. डार्कर कलर्स लुक गुड. हम ऐसे ही बड़े हुए हैं, हमारी साइकी में वो चीज चली गई है. साउथ में पीपल स्किन इज बिट मोर डार्कर. The weather is hot, so they prefer to be in lighter clothes, white more and this that. तो वो देख के करके वो preference वो अच्छा लगता है. It is there like that. तो हाँ.
And I have one question to ask. That see, Shashank, whether you buy a black bike or a white bike, is it harming you? Is it harming anybody else?
Mhm.
Is it, are you sabotaging your life
No, no, no.
because of or anybody else?
I was coming to in extension to what Palak was saying, that it
Uh-huh.
becomes a default over this thing, that it needs energy to overcome that, because that has become a default for her, and she's
But
not able to
क्यों मेरा
overcome that.
क्वेश्चन
No,
नहीं नहीं
the whole
आई एम माय क्वेश्चन इज कि व्हाई यू आर मेरे को ये पहले ये तो बताओ कि ये क्वेश्चन आ क्यों रहा है ओवरकम का, क्योंकि मैं ओवरकम समझ नहीं पा रहा हूँ. तो why are you using the word overcome here? So are you not happy with these choices? Are you not happy with how you are choosing things and all that? कि overcome word क्यों use कर रहे हो?
Okay. Yeah.
क्योंकि किसी ने बोल दिया आपको, किसी ने आपको जनरलाइज कर दिया, इसलिए आपको तकलीफ हो गई उस चीज से.
No,
Yeah.
I think overcome word is there because I'm facing issues in that because the things are sometimes taking more time. या फिर like
yes.
I
So it's yeah. In your case, it is about having that clarity, that where it is coming from. But if we like the example that Shashank gave, so it is a good example to show that how our belief systems are formed and everything. But the whole thing is that we don't have to question everything. It's only about what are the things which we want to keep with ourselves, which are the things which we don't want to keep with ourselves, and which are the things which we can happily take over ownership and responsibility for, and which are the things which are making us confused or harming us, harming others, which are creating some sort of trouble. If there is no trouble, then क्या फर्क पड़ता है? North Indians chicken tikka खाएं या उनकी preference डोसा हो, हाँ, doesn't matter, because it's totally about you, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Few more
Not
hands.
sure if this made any sense. Was this answer of any use, Shashank from Palak? Not
Yeah, I
completely.
got it. Like some,
for
but yes.
for me,
Sorry.
yeah, for me, I guess I need to work upon this part. What I got from the discussion.
Yeah. And Shashank, what's for you?
Yeah, I got it, but that is something is that our this belief system, what we like, it needs a energy to come over. Like you were mentioning to Palak that okay, like to have to educate, like to come out of from that.
नहीं, but शशांक एक मिनट मैं सिर्फ ये हाईलाइट कर रहा हूँ कि किसी बिलीफ सिस्टम से बाहर निकलने के लिए पहले कोई प्रॉब्लम होनी भी तो चाहिए ना उसमें. तो अगर कोई प्रॉब्लम है ही नहीं एंड समवन इज जस्ट ऑब्जर्विंग सम बिहेवियर ऑफ यू एंड टेलिंग यू, तो मतलब हम जबरदस्ती उंगली क्यों कर रहे हो उसमें? मैं ये पूछ रहा हूँ कि मतलब आर यू बग्ड बाय दिस बिहेवियर ऑफ योर्स, or is it just कि someone commented and you don't like that comment and now you are questioning it? Problem क्या है? वो पहले define करो.
No, problem is not there, like because it was taking time, so I could have lived with the other color, but I couldn't accept it. That is something is so I want to.
हाँ तो फिर
Yeah.
हाँ तो that is तो your life, your choice, your money, you want to buy whatever, तो problem क्या है? मेरे को भी ऐसे ही रहता है. मेरे को कुछ खरीदना है, अगर लाइक हम एक दिन मेरे को मुरादाबादी बिरयानी खानी, तो हम पूरे देहरादून में इधर से रोड से इधर उधर नानी का परेशान हो रही थी, बट मेरा दिमाग उसी पे अटक गया, मेरे को तो यही खानी है. तो हम घूम रहे हैं हर जगह पे, 4-5 रेस्टोरेंट्स में पूछ लिया, कहीं पे नहीं मिल रही है, तो मेरे को वही खानी है, तो वही खानी है. तो I'll try my best. वही पसंद है.
But then again, time and energy is going on that. Like you have to put more efforts and more energy into that.
तो वो
Is
तो
it worth?
तो वो तो मेरे को ही डिसाइड करना है ना कि इज इट वर्थ और नॉट. वो तो आप ही तो डिसाइड करना है ना कि इज इट वर्थ और नॉट. तो फॉर मी इट वाज वर्थ इट. यस,
because
and
that's what I
and
want.
I'll give another example to Shashank. So let's suppose I have to go to a party, and it's a birthday party, and I don't have a proper dress for it, it's with special people, a special event, and I want to dress nicely for it. बट वो नाइस ड्रेस ढूंढने में मैंने सारे ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म्स चेक कर लिए, बट जो मेरे माइंड में है, जो मुझे चाहिए, द वे आई वांट टू प्रेजेंट माई सेल्फ, नहीं मिल रहा है वो. फिर आई गो टू वन शॉप, 2 शॉप्स, 5 शॉप्स, राइट? तो उसमें भी तो मेरी टाइम और एनर्जी गई ना. अब ऐसे बोले तो मैं तो कुछ भी पहन के जा सकती थी, बट नहीं, मेरा मन है, मुझे वैसे ही ड्रेसअप करना है, तो क्या प्रॉब्लम है?
But if I like put it this way, is it like some lack of confidence is driving you that, or I'm not talking about you, like that person, is it the lack of confidence, or is there something that drive for a particular dress? There are two things now here.
I feel कि it is good clarity कि to be clear कि मुझको ये चाहिए and I am going for it and I am putting all my efforts towards what I want. It's a very good quality in any person.
But
ऐसे तो अगर आप गोल्स कुछ सेट करते हो, गोल सेट करने के लिए तो फिर तो अगर ये एटीट्यूड रहेगा तो फिर कोई एफर्ट ही नहीं मारेंगे फिर तो, क्योंकि फिर एवरीथिंग इज सो मच एफर्ट.
No, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about, is it worth for putting so much of effort for those things, or we can live with that and do the more important things?
पर वो तो
like
वो तो पर्सनल है ना, वो कैसे हम, मतलब दैट्स व्हाट आई एम सेइंग कि लेट्स से मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि मुझको मुरादाबादी बिरयानी खानी है और मैं घूम रहा हूँ और मेरे लिए तो एफर्ट्स वर्थ हैं, बट मे बी अनामिका इज गेटिंग फेड अप विद दिस कि उसको नहीं लग रहा है वर्थ है, पर मुझे लगा, मैं मार रहा हूँ ना एफर्ट, तो मुझे लग रहा है तो आई एम ओके, तो आई डोंट हैव टू प्रूव दिस टू एनीबॉडी.
Okay. Right.
As long as I am convinced कि मेरी एनर्जी है, मेरी इच्छा है, मेरी प्रेफरेंस है, उसमें दूसरे का लेना देना क्या है?
Okay.
Yeah, one more thing I wanted to add for you, Shashank, that it's not your belief system which you need to work upon. It's your limiting belief system that you need to work upon. Because if you start catching your entire belief system and you say कि नहीं, ये belief system तो बाहर से आया है, मतलब ऐसे अगर हम बोलेंगे तो फिर ये तो बॉडी भी हमारी नहीं है, ये कुछ भी नहीं है. There's nothing that we have actually come here with, and there's nothing that we are going to take away, right? So अगर हम हर एक चीज को क्वेश्चन करने लग जाएंगे, then our life becomes questionable, it becomes dysfunctional, right? हम फंक्शन ही नहीं कर पाएंगे. So हमें सिर्फ ये फाइंड आउट करना है कि, इसीलिए हम वर्ड यूज करते हैं ना, लिमिटिंग बिलीव्स, नॉट बिलीव्स, क्योंकि बिलीव्स तो होने चाहिए ना, वो तो हेल्दी है. जब वो लिमिटिंग हो जाते हैं तो वो प्रॉब्लमेटिक हो जाता है, क्योंकि दैट लिमिटिंग थिंग इज सैबोटाजिंग आवर लाइफ, मे बी हार्मिंग अदर पीपल, एवरीथिंग इज डिसफंक्शनल बिकॉज ऑफ दैट. बट बिलीव्स से तो फंक्शनैलिटी आती है, it's good. So in fact, having strong values, strong principles, तो इतना, I'm not talking about rigidity, but let's suppose honesty is my principle. You use the word integrity. Integrity is my principle, right? और तो अब दुनिया में कुछ भी हो जाए, right? जैसे for an example, somebody was telling me day before yesterday, there's this guy who's very much fond of money and everything, right? So he was like, I would want your help and blah blah blah, and I told him very clearly, I have no judgment for whatever fuck up you're doing in your life. Exclude me. I'm your friend, I am there with you, I have no judgment for what you do. Exclude me. I am not going to be a part of this, whatever you do, small big, I don't give a damn, right? तो ये भी तो बिलीफ है, बट ये एक अच्छा बिलीफ है, ये मैंने चूज किया है, इसको मैं ओन करती हूँ, ये दिस इज हाउ आई फंक्शन एंड हाउ आई लिव इन माय लाइफ. ऐसे बहुत सारे हमारे बिलीव्स हो सकते हैं, बट द होल थिंग इज कि लिमिटिंग बिलीव. अब मैं कंफ्यूज हो जाऊं कि अरे यार, अगर मैं इससे थोड़े ज्यादा पैसे बना लूं तो, लेकिन एक साइड पे मुझे ये भी लग रहा है क्योंकि मम्मी पापा ने बोला था कि गलत काम नहीं करना चाहिए, देन आई एम इन अ कंफ्यूज स्टेट. So we need to develop that discernment कि कौन से ऐसे healthy beliefs हैं which we can own, which we are able to pick up, और कौन से
Right.
ऐसे लिमिटिंग बिलीफ्स हैं जो जबरदस्ती थोप दिए गए हैं, हम खुद भी कंधे पे उठा के जबरदस्ती चल रहे हैं. You need to drop that.
Right.
या ऐसी ऐसी सिचुएशन हो वेयर यू पिक द गोल एंड यू वांट टू डू समथिंग, इट इज समथिंग इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर यू. यू
Right.
डिसाइडेड कि मुझे तो ब्लैक साइकिल ही खरीदनी है, मुझे तो व्हाइट साइकिल ही खरीदनी है, लेकिन एफर्ट्स आप नहीं मार रहे हो, आप किसी और को भेज रहे हो. तू देख क्या, अभी आपने
Right,
अपने
right.
फ्रेंड को भेजा, अब वो हर जगह घूमे जा रहा है, वो परेशान हो रहा है और वो आपको आके बोल रहा है यार नहीं मिल रही है, बट यूर, तो देन इट्स अ प्रॉब्लम ना, कि चाहिए तो आपको बट आप दूसरों की लाइफ को परेशान कर रहे हो, उनके लिए थोड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट है.
Right.
तो if you are making your own efforts, you are putting your own energy into what you want in life, तो वो तो अच्छी क्वालिटी है ना, उसमें प्रॉब्लम क्या है? उसी के लिए तो that's a very good thing. Like you know, you have very good clarity. Like Palak is talking about कि she wants this kind of person, that kind of person, ये है वो है. अब अगर वो खुद के एफर्ट्स मार रही है वो करने के लिए तो अच्छी बात है, लेकिन उसको ये सब चाहिए तो, लेकिन वो शी से नहीं नहीं मम्मी आप ढूंढो, पापा आप ढूंढो, या भाई आप ढूंढो, मेरे को तो नहीं ढूंढना है, पर मेरे को ये चाहिए. तो देन दे विल गेट फेड अप विद ऑल दिस ना,
Yes.
कि इतनी लंबी लिस्ट हमको पकड़ा दी है, चाहिए तो तुमको और काम हम कर रहे हैं.
Right.
That's a problem. Huh? So
Got it.
me being clear about what I want and putting energy and efforts in that, then who is anybody else to tell me I shouldn't be going for this or shouldn't be going for that? उनका क्या जा रहा है? मेरी एनर्जी वेस्ट हो रही है, मेरी इंटेंशन लग रही है, मुझे कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, तो दूसरे को क्या मतलब होता है उसमें?
Right. Yeah. Thanks.
Cool. Rupali, your hand is up. You want to
Yeah.
say something?
Actually, I have a question about today's topic. So it is how to be attractive. So I wanted to like get a clarity as to how can I relate this with the attachment styles, because from past few days I am just learning more and more about attachment styles. So how do I relate this topic with attachment styles and also to masculine and feminine energies? So that's my question. And again, another thing related to again attachment style. If I have certain attachment style, then what are the qualities that needs to be worked on or improved so that I can become attractive? So that's the whole question. So I'm not able to relate the topic with these terms that I am learning right now.
I think Anamika did cover this. Anamika, you covered it. Chalo, you can summarize
did.
it. I think you
I
already
did.
covered
I'll
it.
just, yes, I covered
summarize
it in
it.
this call, Rupali. You can listen to it again. I'll just give you a quick summary. Is that first thing, people with secure attachment style are naturally attractive. Because they are comfortable in their skin, they believe in interdependence, they are empathetic, all the qualities that we talked about today. You know, in the beginning, people were listing down what qualities they find attractive in others. Everything. So style have those qualities, maybe in different intensity, entirely that they have reached the divine masculine feminine state, but they have a pinch of, you know, these flavors in them because they are secure. They are not getting into relationships from their fears and insecurities. They already feel complete and whole. Now, when you have like the first step you took to, you know, move from insecure to secure attachment style is to heal the insecure, is to first identify the patterns in insecure attachment style. So one thing that goes on is insecure attachment style people will have more of toxic masculine and toxic feminine characteristic. So there is insecurity, there is bound to be some or the other kind of manipulation. There is bound to be some or the other kind of trauma response. There is bound to be some or the other kind of, you know, aggression, fight or flight mode, you know. Sometimes they become so anxious, so avoidant. So as you're taking on this journey, identify first in you that which of these toxic qualities that you have within yourself. Let's not call them toxic. Let's call them, let's suppose, unhealthy behaviors that we have picked from our past experience. You pick them, And then the idea is to move to the opposite spectrum of it. So let's suppose it is manipulation. Your goal is to move to clear communication and being able to speak your truth. So you see what is stopping you from clearly speaking. So we cannot speak. We have although talked so much about how to be attractive today, but nobody here, none of us can actually skip this aspect of healing ourselves, healing our past wounds, traumas in the process. So you have done Unstuck yourself. You will be doing you wanted to do guided subconscious probing. In that you will see that where are the origins, where are the root causes, right? And then we will go forward with healing these root causes. So two things happen. One, the first step is जो जैसे हमारे पास एक cup है जिसमें कि all the dirt is there. The first step is cleaning that dirt, emptying the cup. Today's conversation was more on the side of what are the qualities you fill your cup with. So this work has to happen in these two steps. But ये हम cup अगर अभी fill भी करने लग जाएंगे with all of these qualities, तो भी क्या हो जाता है कि हमारे ये जो stored responses हैं, stored all the default mechanism, हम उसी से act करने लग जाते हैं. तो वो step हम skip नहीं कर सकते. Healing तो करनी है, and healing इस चीज में करनी. So we have more conversations about moving from toxic masculine to natural feminine, natural masculine, toxic feminine to natural feminine. So you can listen to those conversations and you can start picking for yourself that which of these attributes अभी भी बच गए हैं. सारे नहीं होंगे, जो बचे हैं उनमें काम कर लो, right? So we have all of these fears and insecurities in us. किसी में कम होते हैं, किसी में ज्यादा होते हैं, किसी में different type के होते हैं, किसी में different type के होते हैं. हमारा जो है, you work on that. You first work on that, half the work is done. You already have reached the space जहाँ पे it will be very easy for you now to embody the divine masculine or feminine, right? Or what are the attributes there? They're very much similar to what we talk about, the attributes of secure attachment style people. So that you can, so slowly start applying in your life, slowly start, changing your reactions to responses, so changing your belief system, changing how you feel, taking ownership and responsibility. So this goes through this entire process. So whatever subjective, attributes that you find in yourself, you focus on healing them. Make sense?
Yes, so basically, to sum up, I would say the divine masculine and divine feminine, whatever qualities are there in should be in a divine masculine and feminine. So they are actually the qualities that are required to be attractive, and we have to work towards it. And while we are working towards reaching them, we would be able to like fix our attachment styles, and we will get towards secure attachment style. So that's the whole conclusion.
Just I will वैसे तो this conclusion is fine, but I'll just fine tune this conclusion a little bit. As I mentioned before that a woman feels attracted to a man and a man feels attracted to a woman. So अभी तो most people are just boys and girls. So कुछ जैसे tribes होते हैं, उनमें there are tribes in India and Africa जहाँ पे there is a proper ceremony that is done where a boy or a girl is officially treated like a man or a woman. So there is a proper ceremonies that are done for that, right? So it's marked as a thing. But हमारी normal culture में आज की society में ऐसा कुछ होता नहीं. Okay? It's just we just go on and on like that only. So the first step when we are talking about the insecure to secure is stepping up from being that boy to a man or being that girl to a woman. So पहले तो उधर आना है. So as soon as you do that, a certain level of attraction already starts. So that is there. But then going forward, when we talk about the divine masculine and divine feminine state, which is even a higher version of this thing, that a boy or a girl can't transition into a divine state. Only a man or a woman can transition. So step by step, this happens that way. So you first transition from being a girl to a woman, and then transition from being a woman to a divine feminine. So divine feminine, divine masculine, सिर्फ बोलने के लिए है. It's not anything like that. At the end of the day, when you reach that stage, they are not two, they are one. So a man also becomes divine feminine and divine masculine both, and a woman also becomes that. So first become a woman or first become a man. That's the first step. पहले वहां आ जाओ. उसके बाद integrate that into, so that becomes even more attractive to people. So even when you take that step from upgrading from a girl to a woman, that itself will be quite an attractive thing for most men who are anyway grown up. So a boy will always feel intimidated by a woman, and a girl will always feel intimidated by a man. So that is just the way it is. Even if you have a grown-up person in your life who's from inside is a boy, will always feel intimidated, or they don't know how to handle a woman. So वो toxic relationship ही होने वाली है. So that's the first step to upgrade to that stage, and then keep working on yourself to integrate these two energies. तो वो सिर्फ हम बोलने के लिए बोलते हैं डिवाइन फेमिनिन डिवाइन मैस्कुलिन सिर्फ बोलने के लिए बोलते हैं, बट इट्स नॉट कि डिवाइन मैस्कुलिन मींस only applicable to man and divine feminine only applicable to women. It's not like that. It's both energies applicable to both genders. So both of them become both of these things.
Okay, understood. And to step up from being that girl to the woman, we have to go through these workshops that we are doing.
You either go through the workshop that we are doing, or a simple step is moving from insecure to secure attachment style. That's the step.
Okay, understood. Understood. I could see in my real life example that to some extent I have now little bit improved. I can feel very confident and all that, but the moment I get to that person, then again I see that childish behavior or that neediness or something, it is still bothering. So I think I have to work on that.
Correct. That child behavior and all that we talk about, that's the work that we do in healing mind blocks, which is about integrating, which we call splits integration or inner child reparenting. That's exactly that work, is to start integrating those kids inside you.
Okay, understood. Thank you so much.
So once that work is done, you have stepped towards embodying the qualities of a divine masculine and a divine feminine. So these are some of the people who just say with a man and a woman you can have a very good harmonious intimate relationship, but with people who have been working on their energies more, this is where people start to become more like a power couple and better leaders in their life and more magnetic and more attractive. So that is just not limited to just two people. Then the ripple effects are even wider.
Understood.
Mittal, your hand is up.
Hi, Karma. Am I audible properly?
Yes, you are.
Hi. So actually, I didn't had a question. I wanted to just comment on the previous conversation you guys were having. So I mean, if you are getting late or something, we can hang up, hang up or something. I just wanted to comment in the previous conversation which you were having about the belief systems and all these things. So,
Yeah, sure. Sure, go ahead.
So I think you were speaking with Shashank and Palak. Uh, these were my observations. I could be wrong again. I felt that perhaps, probably, uh, Shashank or Palak in their respective, query which they had, probably they had that guilt of, having that expectations from, the prospects, whether the dresses or bike or, a vehicle, or maybe the spouse, that am I having too much expectations? कि मेरे को sometimes it happens that you am I too demanding? I sense that perhaps that could be the reason. Like when you are constantly asking what do you want to overcome, so when it takes some time, a lot of time, the patient goes away, and then a person starts feeling that you don't get the right combination, and am I asking too much when it comes to physical features? So I sense probably there could be that underlying guilt कि मैं कुछ ज्यादा मांग रही हूँ. Like this could be everywhere, whether searching for a dress, if you're not able to find, then okay, let's compromise. Am I asking? Sometimes you get that doubt, or maybe searching for a job, you're looking for couple of combination, two things, and you're not getting that combination. Sometimes you get the belief that सब कुछ नहीं मिलता ऐसे करके, but actually मिलता है. But sometimes you get that doubt, and I was assuming that, so I just want to share while you were having that conversation. So that's it. But that's it. Yeah. Thanks, Vikram.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. I agree with this, and that's what I was also saying, that at the end of the day, we make a goal, we want something, we go for it, and we try our best, and then reality kicks in, and we have to do some reality check. क्योंकि जब हमने वो गोल बनाया था, जब हमने पिक किया था, उस टाइम तो we were very confident that we can achieve this, we can do this, we can all that. That's fine. We have to give our best efforts. But then as we are getting results, feedback from the world back, then we have to also fine tune whatever our expectations and all those things are. So that's part of it. But again, that compromising, that fine tuning, whatever I am doing, I am doing. I'm not doing it because I'm expected to do this by somebody else. The ownership and responsibility still has to come back to me, because I am the one who's going to live with that for the rest of my life. So बाइक का केस तो ठीक है, शशांक का वो तो कोई ज्यादा बड़ी बात नहीं है, लेकिन for Palak, she's the one who's to live with her future husband, and she's the one who has to own up the whatever it is. If she's compromising in some area, then that's fine. So, but she can't then feel guilty or anything regretful about making those compromise. So कल को कुछ झगड़ा होता है, दोनों के बीच में कुछ arguments होते हैं, that can't become a reason to blame another person or do anything, because that we have to own up that key. This is what my choice was, and I'm making this this choice, and this is me. So not because I have to please somebody else and all that. So ownership has to be with the person only.
Absolutely. I actually got a sense that probably उनको ऐसा लगा कि that physical features which she's looking for, as well as that good human side, that combination she may not find. So am I asking too much when I'm demanding that physical feature? Due to that, मैं वो सारे अच्छे prospects जाने दे रही हूँ, ऐसे कि जिसमें they are good human beings, but they don't have those features which she doesn't find them attractive, but they are good human beings. उनको ऐसा लग रहा था. So shall I? मेरे को शायद मेरे को ऐसा लगा.
नहीं, बात सही है. तो what you are picking is correct. I am not saying anything. That's correct. All I am highlighting is when we make extraordinary goals, we have to put extraordinary efforts also.
Absolutely.
So if this is the goal she is making, that this is what then she has to put extraordinary efforts in it as well. So we can't have extraordinary goals and just put ordinary or below average efforts and then feel कि हो नहीं रहा. तो मैं बैठ के ऐसा बना तो सकता हूँ, मुझे 1000 करोड़ की कंपनी बनानी है and all that. But मेरा जब मन कर रहा है मैं कुछ कर रहा हूँ, नहीं कर रहा हूँ, जितना हो रहा है उतना हो रहा है, and I'm saying बढ़िया है ना, मैं तो I have to be realistic about things also ना, कि I can't have extraordinary goals and just put ordinary or below average efforts and then feel कि हो क्यों नहीं रहा है,
Yes.
कि मेरी
Yes.
क्या am I not able to do. So that fine tuning, so I have to be ready to put those kind of efforts. मिलने को तो सब कुछ मिल ही जाता है, so but then I need to be ready to go to whatever extent I need to go to. And if I feel I can't go to that much extent, I can't put that much effort, then I have to fine tune my goal accordingly. नहीं तो फिर वो constant anxiety ही बनी रहेगी कि मिल नहीं रहा है, हो नहीं रहा है, हो नहीं रहा है, and all that. But I'm not putting any efforts to do that also. So yeah.
True, 100%. I mean, I often have that dilemma in my professional life. So that self-doubt peeps in between that, are you being unrealistic or what? But you rightly mentioned, and that's a good reminder that, you need to work that much hard and put that extraordinary effort if you want that. So thanks for that. Thank you so much.
बिल्कुल,
Correct. Even I want to add to this one line that if, let's say, the goal is very high and to some extent we definitely have to put in efforts and everything agreed that we discussed. And let's say we are feeling from within that the goal is very high and we might feel that we cannot achieve it. So that time somewhere we also have to work on our belief system. Like if we have set that goal for ourselves, so we need to have that faith as well that we can achieve it, and then we can take those massive actions.
बिल्कुल, absolutely, no doubt, बिल्कुल एकदम से बिल्कुल सही है कि either I change myself or I change my goals. वो दोनों चीजें, मैं ऐसा ही रहूं और मुझको वो भी मिल जाए, it's a recipe for anxiety and stress. So if I'm not ready to change myself, if I'm not ready to do whatever I feel, whatever I am, जितना मुझे पता है सब बढ़िया है, all that, and उतने से वो नहीं हो सक रहा है, तो वो भी reality मुझे sink in करनी चाहिए, and then I should adjust my goal accordingly, or I should either change my goal or I change myself. वो दोनों में से एक चीज होनी तो जरूरी है.
Correct.
So we often talk about this, that so we talked about कि what you find attractive, एक ये point हमने बात किया. But then we also look at from the other person's point of view, like Palak was mentioning कि when I find someone attractive, they don't find me attractive. तो ये homework भी तो हमको करना पड़ेगा ना, कि I am only clear कि मुझे क्या चाहिए, but मुझे ये भी तो clear होना चाहिए कि that person, what would he be looking, and do I have all that? So वो तो मैंने किया नहीं. So I haven't stepped up myself and incorporated what the other person would be expecting, क्योंकि ये तो एक ही तरफ का हुआ, बस मुझे ये चाहिए. So I need to have that much understanding about the profile of the person that I'm looking for, कि what that person is looking for. उनके लिए क्या important है, और उनके लिए जो important है, am I ready to do that? Am I ready to step up for that? Am I ready to incorporate all that so I can prepare myself for that? So we all want, but we are not ready to give to the other person. So सबको ये चाहिए. But अपने आप पे work करके preparing myself to be the right person for the other person, उस पे नजर नहीं. Everybody wants the right person. They don't see whether I am the right person. Am I being the wrong person for the other person? No. उस पे नजर नहीं. Yes, Ashwin.
Well, I think you know the background, Atema, but I'll still put it that what if I'm doing things which which are crossing the boundaries which I've hitherto maintained, or I don't know how to put it clearly. Yeah, what if the person likes you and you like that person, but the boundaries involved, like each person has a different idea about what is acceptable in a relationship, right? So then how do you cross that bridge? Or is it not
Same
clear?
answer. No, it is same answer that I'm saying, that either change yourself or change the goal. There is no other
But
way. So so I'm saying you have certain boundaries, certain values, and if the other person is not ready to accept that, so you have to either change yourself according to the other person. If that is more important, you don't want to let go of that person, then you drop your values, you drop your boundaries, you change yourself for that person. And if you say, no, my boundaries and my values are more important, then you change the goal, you change the person.
Then sometimes I feel, is it my lack of flexibility? Am I rigid? Am I not understanding what a man-woman relationship is about?
Then you do not understand values. If that question is coming to you, then you do not understand values. You
Okay.
are applying wrong concepts at wrong place. Yeah. Sticking to your values is not about. So if I value that my partner be honest, and they are not being honest, and I'm very much know about it, but मैं फिर भी अटकाऊं because मुझे वो बहुत पसंद है, and I know that that person is disloyal and not honest with me, और फिर मैं क्वेश्चन, am I being inflexible to not allow this thing? फिर मैं समझ ही नहीं रहा हूँ, फिर I'm too disrespectful for myself.
The
गलत
person who is
concept गलत जगह
lying,
लगा.
the person who is
हाँ.
lying, you never, like in my marriage, my husband used to lie left, right, and center, but he never accepted that, you know, he was lying.
So what is
And
flexibility in that?
parents,
So फिर किस, हाँ तो
my
फिर किस
parents always made
flexibility
me
की आप
feel,
बात कर रहे हो?
my parents always
नहीं तो
made me feel that वो दूध का धुला हुआ है and I am being inflexible.
ठीक है, अब वो उनका वर्जन है ना. सो ठीक है, उनको छोड़ो, आपको तो पता है ना. सो उनको you are living with your husband, they are not living with your husband. So who has more data to figure out कि actually में क्या हो रहा है, them or you?
Me, of course.
तो फिर तो क्यों आपको फर्क पड़ रहा है उस कमेंट से, जिस कमेंट के पीछे कोई बेस ही नहीं है? बोलने के लिए तो लोग कुछ भी बोल सकते हैं, हमको भी बहुत कुछ बोलते लोग. आज ही हमारी वो अनस्टक वर्कशॉप हो रही थी, एंड यू नो सम पीपल वर देयर इन दैट, एंड वन पर्सन गेव द कमेंट. वो 4 घंटे तक चली, दो घंटे की वर्कशॉप. वन पर्सन गेव द कमेंट कि 4 घंटे बहुत लंबे हो गए, यू शुड डू इट लेस इन लेस टाइम. मैंने कहा नहीं करेंगे. क्यों करेंगे? पीपल आर टॉकिंग, आई एम रिस्पॉन्डिंग. जिसको रुकना है वो रुकता है, जिसको जाना है वो जाता है. So while people are asking me questions and I'm answering, and they don't have any problem, they are there. If somebody is having problem कि 4 घंटे तक चल रही है, nobody is putting a gun to their head to say you have to stay. You can drop out. But why do I need to change? I am providing the best service that I can from my side. Why would I cut short anyone say बस 2 घंटे का था हो गया? अभी लोगों के questions हैं and they are interested and they are asking and they are engaging, और वो चल रहा है, तो मैं क्यों रोकूंगा उसको? मैं तो उसको बोला कि मैं 2 घंटे और करूंगा अगर अभी लोग रहेंगे यहाँ पे. तो I need to decide ना. I need to decide. इसमें अब वो बोल दे you are not flexible. ये क्या बात हुई? कोई तो कुछ भी बोल देगा, मैं सबका फीडबैक ले लूंगा क्या?
But one's parents, one doesn't think of as people, no? That's why.
I get that, and this is what I was explaining कि एक point आता है जब हम we have to grow up from being a girl or a boy, and we have to become a man and a woman, and we have to talk to our parents like adults.
इसके लिए ना मैं एक एग्जांपल शेयर करती हूँ अश्विनी. I went to Raipur some time back and I was there, you know, my mom was with my friend's mother, And his, I mean, he is in open relationships and blah blah blah, and his mother has that kind of an opinion for him. ठीक है, which is true also because he actually does that. Now we all of us were out for an outing, all our group, and there were small babies of our friends, but अभी है parents की जो सोच है वो है. Now his mom started telling this to my mom कि आजकल के तो बच्चे ऐसे होते हैं, इनको शादी नहीं करनी होती है, इनको तो सब कुछ बिना शादी किए मिल जाता है, and all bullshit crap. And at that point of time, so I didn't say anything to my mom, right? And I was just waiting to see how she's going to respond to it. And she's like, chup, बिल्कुल, मतलब she's not saying anything, and she's like, हाँ ये तो आजकल के बच्चे और फलाना and ढिमकाना, ठीक है. And I just waited, and I was like कि ठीक है, उसकी मम्मी ऐसा बोल रही थी, तो फिर तुमने क्या बोला? And she was like, मैं क्या बोल सकती हूँ? Then I was like, I looked at her and I was like, हाँ सही बात है, क्या बोल सकती हो? So so people can have all kinds of opinion, and this was not right. And my mom, I don't know how much she knows how I am and all that, but I expect that she would. She doesn't, right? And even if she is my mom, सो मैं क्या कर सकती हूँ इस चीज में? मैं क्या करूँ? मैं बैठ के उनको समझाऊं कि नहीं मम्मी मैं ऐसी हूँ, नहीं मम्मी मैं वैसी हूँ, मेरे साथ ये हुआ वो हुआ, मैं ऐसा नहीं है वैसा नहीं है? ये उनकी एक टाइम के बाद ना, इट्स लाइक ये उनकी थॉट है, ये उनकी सोच है, ठीक है. अब मुझे नहीं पता कि वो मेरे बारे में क्या ओपिनियन रखती हैं, अच्छा रखती बुरा रखती, बट द थिंग इज दैट आई डोंट केयर, आई एम इनडिफरेंट, राइट? because it's a fight which is not worth fighting for anymore, and that doesn't mean that I don't love her. I love her for what she is, and that's all blah blah blah, fine. But इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि the bullshit that she talks, I will first agree to it, and second thing, I'll take it personally, right? So I don't, and regardless कि वो how mean or how bad that thing is. So yeah, this was just a personal incidents I could share.
No, but it made perfect sense, Anamika. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Ashwini.
That's the thing कि एक time आता है when we have to step up as man and women, and we have to see कि कौन से battles fight करने हैं, कौन से battles fight नहीं करने हैं. We don't have to keep convincing and taking approval and permission for each and every decision we are making about our life, as long as we can handle that. हमें क्लियर है ना कि मुझको ये करना है और मैं ये जो भी होगा मैं वो हैंडल कर लूँ. तो जब हम उनको उन डिसीजंस के उस इम्पैक्ट में वो आ ही नहीं रहे हैं, लेकिन दे मेक इट अबाउट देमसेल्व्स कि हमारे इन डिसीजन से उनके ऊपर क्या इफेक्ट आएगा, उनको किसी से सुनना पड़ेगा, उनको सोसाइटी का सुनना पड़ेगा, ये है वो है. That's not my business. That's not my business to resolve somebody else's insecurities. As long as if they want, they can talk like adults, and then we can figure out, okay, if you want to have a conversation about this, if you want to figure out कि हम इसको कैसे कर सकते हैं जिसमें आपका भी you can also win, I can also win, I'm open. But if their objective is only to push their agenda on me, तो वो दिन गए. That's what I'm trying to say. वो दिन गए. And they have to get this. And we only have to make them understand this. क्योंकि जब तक we will keep giving in, they will not back off. उनके लिए तो आप 70 साल के भी हो जाओगे ना, तभी भी ये बच्चे ही रहोगे. My dad talks like that to me only. Same thing. He says, I said, मेरे बच्चे हो गए हैं. तो if he chooses to see that way, I can't stop it. But I can stop myself playing that game with him. That's what I can do. I don't have to play that game with him.
Yeah, okay. Makes sense. And makes perfect sense, actually. Thank you.
Lali, your hand is up.
Yes, Akarma. Akarma, I was referring to what you had said earlier regarding see the other person's need, which is good. But if you're looking at other people's needs, then there is can be a conflict because if there are many other people and versus you, so is it better to focus on you, or is it better to focus on many other people? That's my question. Thank you.
No, I didn't actually understand your question. Whether to focus on you or I didn't get it. What you're asking.
You had said, Akarma, just a while before Ashwini had asked a question. Uh, when you are trying to have a, uh, you have focus on the other person, so that what is the other person's need. So that time, if the what will happen, wouldn't it clash with your own interest? That's my question.
I'm still blank. I don't. So forget about what I was telling Ashwini. You tell me what is your question.
I was
What are
asking
you
you a
asking?
question, not about Ashwini. Before Ashwini asked, you had
But
said
your
something.
question is, is anybody understanding? Anamika, can you tell
Yeah,
me? I'm not getting it.
I'm
Okay.
understanding the
What is,
question.
yeah.
So the
Okay.
question is basically, earlier you were telling that it is not just our own needs. We already know now. We have accepted that we need certain things from our partner. So or whatever. Like we understood, we have our own choices now. But it is not just that. The other person's need are also important. We have to see to like
Okay,
what
okay,
that
okay,
other
okay,
person
okay.
is
Yes,
wanting
yes,
and
yes.
where we are reaching, so that her question is
Uh-huh.
related to that point.
Okay, okay. So what is the question? Okay, I get the context, but I still don't get the question. What is the question? So I said yes. So we have to be also aware कि I create a picture in my mind that this is the kind of partner I want. This is my checklist. But then I also have to create a picture कि based on this, what might the other person want from me? And do I have it? Do I bring it to the table? या मैं बस expect कर रहा हूँ कि they bring this to the table. But what am I bringing to the table? Whatever I am bringing to the table, is this what that other person wants? Do I do I have that awareness? So I was saying that. So I get that. But इसमें question क्या था?
Question is that karma, when we isn't it easier to focus on yourself and other than the other person? When you think of the other person's need, would
No, no,
this
no,
be
no,
like
no.
a
I think
notion?
no. I was answering that for Palak. This is what I was answering for Palak. I don't know you were there in the conversation when she was talking that she has a big list. So she likes to have good looks and all that in the other person, but when she has met that kind of person, she feels attracted to them, but they don't feel attracted to her. So I was answering this for her.
Okay, 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 karma. Then I think the context is different.
Yeah, it was for Palak that I was. So she was saying that I get attracted to a good looking person, but then the good looking person is not feeling attracted to me. So this is where I was answering that how much aware I am ki what this good looking person is looking for. So like I need to be aware of that. Let's say I was taking this example when we are doing in business, we do this target audience exercise. So I say that okay, I'm creating a product and service and this is for those kind of people, but then I have to also put myself in those kind of people and say what are they looking for. Like I'm only doing one way activity only, so I only created the service, I only created the target, and then I see, but koi aa hi nahi raha hai. because maybe what I created, those people don't want that, or maybe they want something else in it that I need to also fine tune. So I have to put myself in those people's shoes also. No, I can't just only work from one side and expect the results.
Got your point, Akarma. Thank you.
Hmm. That will tell me that, okay, maybe I created something which is 80% there, but then 20% something is lacking. So maybe when I'm looking for a partner, I have 80% qualities, but then 20% are missing. So that person is looking for that. So I have to be aware. Now, whether I want to do it or not is not the question. Maybe I do this exercise and I figured out those people would be expecting this in me, but then I am not ready to do that. Then that's fine. Then then by doing that activity itself, I know ki I will not find. Here I'm making this list, and then when I meet this person, then this person is wanting something else which I don't have, and I am also not ready to bring this to the table. So then why I am spending all this time and energy in this activity?
Got
Then I
perfect.
need to fine tune somewhere. Okay, cool. Khyati, your hand is up.
Yeah. So I had this question. Okay, at times there are so many situations, and I have to converse. So, I know what I have to in my mind. I know that these are the points when I have to talk. But when I go there and I have to speak to that person, XYZ person, I, you know, I am not able to tell what I had, to tell. It goes like the opposite, and uh, I'm not able to make them understand what exactly the situation or the conversation which I'm trying to strike at for that particular topic, and it is being taken other way, and at times they don't understand. So at times these kind of situation happens. So how to deal with them? Like, hello.
Akarma, if you're talking, you're
So
on mute.
sorry. I was, yes. So I'm saying what exactly you want to deal with, that your the reaction or so if the other person is not engaging, then
Yeah.
you want to deal with how to deal with that, so the emotions getting created, or you want to find out how I can communicate, how I can convince better, communicate better. What
How can
exactly is
I,
the solution?
yeah, how can I communicate better? So, there are the gaps which I've been, there is no gaps. The conversation or the communication is clear, whether it is work or at home.
Huh. So there is a good chance that you have probably not done enough homework to even find out what the gaps are.
Okay.
So if the other person is not engaging, not getting convinced, then there is a good indication that you are not clear what the other person wants. So
Okay.
once again, you are only driving the conversation from your side.
Side. Okay.
So
Yeah.
although you are saying I want to bridge the gap, but then what is the gap? Are you
Yeah.
clear about their expectations? Have
No.
you asked have you asked them clearly what are they looking for, what is their expectation? So if you're not clear about their expectation, then no matter how much you talk, whichever way you talk, you can never get their buy.
Okay. Yeah, but to know their expectation or to know how to, make this equation smooth, I don't get a proper reply or reply for them. They, they are always very rude. They ignore, even if you keep talking, that person is that, he wouldn't listen to you. Even if you're sitting in
Have
that room,
you
that
have you
your
done
existence
the
doesn't matter to
have you
them.
done have you done unstuck yourself yet?
No, no, I haven't.
No. Okay. Okay. From your talks with this other person you're talking about, who's this other person? Your husband?
No, like the people at work, relatives, like
So
brother-in-law, my
you
brothers.
get you get almost similar response from everybody.
Uh,
Different people, but getting the response same.
yeah, kind of. You try to put in efforts,
Ha.
but your efforts have not been, uh, cultivated or not been
Okay.
seen.
So
Or,
so
y-
see what happens is that you're talking about people at work, brother-in-law, brother. They're all different people.
yeah,
Hmm? How is it possible that all different people giving same kind of response to you? What is the common part here? What is the common factor here?
I think the communication becomes little difficult from me
No,
to
but
make them
what is the common thing here? Among all
me,
these people, you, exactly.
me. Yeah,
So the finger has to point back to you that कुछ तो आप ही गलत कर रहे हो ना कि इतने सारे अलग अलग तरह के लोग सेम ही कैसे रिएक्शन दे रहे हैं आपको,
yeah,
राइट?
yeah.
So your question is coming from there, but it's not so much about how should I communicate. So basically आप already effort मार रहे हो, लेकिन आप ये बोल रहे हो और ज्यादा कैसे मार सकते, बट आप
Yeah.
देख नहीं रहे हो कि यहाँ पे शायद तरीका ही गलत है. So your style that you are talking about, the way you are explaining things and all that is giving me an impression that perhaps your insecure attachment style is that of a person who's anxious preoccupied. Read about it.
Okay.
Yeah. So you have to first become aware about your insecure attachment style.
Okay.
And anxious preoccupied person will always be getting into situation जहाँ पे बाकी सारे लोग becomes avoided. So something is happening in this whole setup. It's not about what you're saying, but
Others.
it's about the energy that you bring into this conversation. It's about the way you conduct these conversations, which ultimately become that. So it doesn't matter कि वो कौन इंसान है, ultimately sooner or later it just becomes that. So they just become avoidant, and you become more anxious about it.
Yeah. So what do I do about it? Like, how do I
You
get,
have to fix it. You
yeah,
have
so
to
that
fix
is
your
what,
insecure attachment. That's what we have been talking in this whole conversation.
yeah,
So move
conversation.
from insecure to secure attachment style. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So
Thank you.
read about insecure attachment styles. Read about secure attachment style.
Okay.
Then when you ask how, so how is very simple. There is not much to the how part. How is you either figure out your own way of moving from insecure to secure attachment style, or you take guidance from someone.
Yeah, so that is
So
what I was
you
trying.
can,
Is there any practice which needs to be followed, or something, I need to read a book or something that, I can, or
there are plenty
articles.
of videos we have done chat on this. So you go to our YouTube channel and there's plenty of conversations we have done on this topic already.
Okay,
So
I will do that.
you can listen to those conversations,
Yeah.
and that conversation will bring more awareness to you.
Okay.
Okay, so awareness is not going to fix the problem. Awareness is only going to tell you कि ये है, ये बीमारी है. So फिर उसको ठीक करने के लिए तो स्टेप लेना है ना. तो that's what I am suggesting to you कि उसको ठीक करने के लिए the thing is that ये चीजें गाइडेंस से ही ठीक होती.
Okay.
So ये DIY नहीं है.
Okay.
So best is you take guidance from someone. If you know anybody who can help you in this, you take their help. If you want to follow the process that we have created, then start by
Yeah.
attending Unstuck Yourself workshop.
Unstuck.
That's the first step.
Okay. Okay. So when is that workshop of yours? We can connect
वो तो
on
आज
that
हो गई.
later.
हाँ,
Yeah, I
so it
couldn't
happens every
morning,
Sunday.
Sunday. Yeah, okay.
हाँ, it happens every Sunday. So you can
Okay.
join on the coming Sunday,
Next, yeah,
and that's the first step towards it.
okay.
हाँ, हाँ.
Thank you.
Lucky to become more aware, to get more ideas about what we are talking about. We have few conversations on this topic which are there in our YouTube channel, so you can listen to those ones. So before Sunday, अभी आपके पास एक हफ्ता है. In the
Yeah,
meantime, you can visit the channel and listen to these recordings.
okay, I'll do that.